Okay, so we already create our elevation. Okay, so we are here actually, datum, level and grids. So elevation is your level. We done that. Let's go to our first story plan. Now, one thing here I would like to share with you guys, which is for those doing structure, you guys might not learning this, but for DEA, you guys will learn this. So in this case, I like to share with those that taking the structure here. This is what we call the browser organization. All right, because DA end of the day is you learn this in under advanced or customization. All right, but I don't know in your Aki that time did the Aki trainer or lecturer highlight this to you guys. Now you notice that my floor level, okay, is from below foundation going upward. This is what you call descending order. Now you look at the project browser. You see the orientation is from top come down. See now, and the sequence are not right. You can see your foundation is here, and your first story is on top. So what happened is I want the arrangement. That means elevation is correct. We can't change. But here, the project browser arrangement. Okay. So I want to set it in a way that they are both identical. So what we're going to do now is going to show you two ways to access your browser organization. The traditional method is you go to your view tab. All right, your view tab. Then you go to Windows panel, user interface, which is here says browser organization. So you can access this from here. All right. The other method nowadays, the new one is you highlight. All right. Let's say the view all, you right click. You see here, browser organization. So this is faster. So what is browser organization? You you see the word is already self-explained. All right. In future, you are learning so-called using your model for submission to your authority. You got to use the BIM submission template, especially now in Singapore. All right. The template, also called browser arrangements, is different. So you got to use that. So they base on this area to organize to suit local use. So for our case, you can see default. It says view all, but it never tell me that this is the structural, what I call structure discipline. It says view all means all discipline. So sometimes you may want to see only structure discipline. You may change. And what you see from here, these are preset. Okay, preset by Revit themselves. Okay, so you may want to take a look. So understand a bit. It's benefit you guys. So let's say I highlight discipline. Now they allows me to edit. The currently default I can't. You can only click new to create different browser organizations. Okay, so I want you guys to select discipline and apply and okay. Now you see that the view now is discipline. So it's discipline. You see the discipline appear. Structure plan is your family and type, and so does your elevation. Okay, so let's go back to your browser organization. So from here, I'd like to go to edit. So filter basically means you just want to see certain floor plan based on family or discipline. But meantime, when you are creating a model, we don't care about filter yet. Let's go to grouping and sorting. So grouping and sorting, how you link. You look carefully here. The first one says discipline. So discipline means you organize by discipline is here. Okay, structure. And you see the full spelling of the structure because here says all character. But let's say you prefer in short structure STR. You may want to say, hey, leading character, how many? Maybe 3. Okay, apply. You see, structure become 3, STR. So all this can be changed. Okay, so let's say I go back. I want all character. Now it appear. All right. And if you don't want to click one by one, you can actually select the discipline, right click, expand selected. Easier that way. Okay. Now go back again. Go to edit. Go to grouping and sorting. Now here, family and type is correct. No change. Normally we can set anything, but meantime, I don't know why it doesn't allow us. So it's okay, leave it. What I want to change is here. This is more important. Okay. Sorting by view names, meaning what? This is just a drawing name, but the sequence or the arrangement is not tied down to your elevation. So I'm going to set it to associate level. That means what? These two related, associate. And top to bottom is ascending. Like here in our elevation is bottom to top. So it's descending order. Okay, apply. You see the arrangement change now. Okay, site and first story, they share the same data or setting, which you guys learned in Aki for your DA. For CE, site, normally I'll say that for DA, site normally used for coordination purpose. So if you want to move this out, it's still okay, can be done. I'll show you. But meantime, this is what I want. Okay, foundation, first story, second. Regarding site, highlight. Set your discipline structure to coordination if you want to segregate them. Segregate means what? 把它们分开啊, separate them. Okay, so I select coordination and it goes away. See that? Then you can minimize. So now I only see my foundation, first story, second, third, fourth, fifth, up to roof level. At least everything in order. Questions? Foundation is with roof level. Maybe you have to check your. Oh, got it already, huh? You've got it now, okay. Sorry, give me a minute. Something wrong with my screen. It's going to. Okay. All right. All got it. So Aga, is it still okay or not?
It's okay now.
Okay, good. So at least you get the arrangement done here. All right. Next, we go to our foundation level. Open up. Okay. What's the next step? Look at your assignment here. They need you to create grid A to G. All right, for those you learned Revit Archi before, should not be a problem for you to create grid. But for structure, you all use it for the first time, right? To create a horizontal grid A to G, vertical grid 1 to 7, and the interval is 6 meters apart. Okay, now I'll move it aside so that it won't block my screen. And of course, if you scroll down to look at the model, you must decide which is the model you are going to build. All right. So I said before, tutorial, I'll use this to for training. That's why the grid is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For those, if we are selecting maybe this, the top one, this one, or this one, or this one. All right. All these you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other one is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. The rest are 8. Only this is 7. Okay. I want you guys to explore the other 3. Don't do follow mine. As I said here, I already teach you how the tools how to draw them. Then you try to create any one of them. This is where you explore the tools and make it works for you. Okay? Understand what I mean? Okay, so for exercise, tutorial wise, I base on this to create. So I only need 7. So from here, horizontal A to G, vertical 1 to 7. Okay, let's move it aside. Now, grid. Where is our grid tools in structure? So you go to structure tab, datum, grid, or shortcut key is GR. All right. So select your grid. Now, default, the grid here, there's 3 types. This is basically give you a full line to understand. So I pick from bottom, 1, go up. You see, the first bubble grid, it says here, this is the symbol size 6.5 times 100. So it's actually 650. But when you say bubble, the line here basically is a full line. If you select the other one, which is custom gap, same identical, you go up, you see there's a gray line, but the actual use is here and here. All right, you still see the center line is there, but not in use. It's just for reference. The other one, which is bubble gap, you see like this, it really, there's a gap. So what's the difference between all these three? Because for piling or what do you call it, the footing, when there's a need to display grid or to tell the people, especially when Aki design a model, when people see that grid crisscross, means you need to do piling. But when those places that's empty, that means no need. All right. So you need to understand the difference between all these different grid display. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay, so for this case, let's restart. So I want 7. So the first grid, 1. Sorry, I should select the other one. Bubble grid. Pick a point and you sketch. And you notice the bubble now they start to fall because they auto count for the grid number. So when you make a mistake, you need to readjust. For instance, now I change this to 1. Okay, I do my vertical grid first, is 1. Then if you draw the next one, you can simply just draw or by tracking the length. See that? Okay, so sometimes why we need to draw manually, like for instance, condo, HDB, and some grid line which is different spacing, then you manually sketch it. For those that, let's say, what do you call that, the commercial, like for instance, this structure, you can see 1 to 7 or 6 meter apart. Normally commercial, like shopping mall, then the grid minimum is around 4.5 to 6 meter because of your beam length. I think there's a limitation. The longer, the thicker the height, right? So from here, let's say I prefer to draw manually. I'll show all different type. So randomly, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now, all these, the gap are not constant. Means same. So you need to change. You must select the one you need to edit. So this one, stay put. Select this. Change it to 6 meter. You shift. Highlight number 3. Set it to 6 meter. Number 4, 6 meter. Number 5, 6 meter. 6, 6 meter. And last one, 6 meter. Okay, so they are all in line now. Second method is you can use dimension to do the adjustment like this. Modified dimension, align. You can just simply select all this. Then you see the EQ means equal. All right, if you click equal, clear away. Now, to clear the words or to view the EQ dimension is two way. Select your dimension, go to properties here under the equality display, you set this to value. All right. The other method is you select your dimension, you right click, uncheck the EQ and become numbers now. Then you select one of the level, then you change. But because now I already set them properly, so you can change, you can see one of them, blue color, you can type. See the difference? So all this, black means cannot. Blue color means you can change. If I now try 5,000, or automatically give me 5,000. But now I want 6,000. Okay, so this is another method, manual and dimension method. Okay, so I have 1 to 7 grid. Next, the alignment, very simple. Select one of them, drag, let go, let them auto lock, drag again, drag again, drag again, and drag again. So here there's a lot of different ways to get it drawn. Yep, you may want to do that. Okay. So vertical grid. Horizontal grid. Actually, this is your horizontal grid, right? Or vertical grid. This is your vertical grid. Horizontal grid, A to G. So I'm going to create the first one. Structure, grid, right to left. You will see that the number now give you 8. You must change it to A. Okay. Then I'm going to use the array function. Array is under modify, which is here. Array, AR. So you learned AutoCAD before. Array, if you're going to array something, especially now grid, you need to add the original or count the original as 1. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So total 7. Select your grid, then go to array, uncheck the group and associate under option. Set the numbers you want to array to 7. And move to second, pick a point, drag downward. Type the value 6 meter. Then it's done. Remember, all your grid must intersect one another. If you want your view to be clear, so not so view to be clear, that means in your elevation, you are able to see every single level, because all these represent your space, your area in model. You can use your move MV to adjust the spacing, so don't get in the way. All right, so this is what I have now for your grid. Questions? Anyone? We done that? These two. Level, we done that. height is 3 meters per floor. The grid we're done. All good?
How to do the horizontal grid? I didn't see it.
How you draw your vertical and this is same. It's just that this one you are using is array. You mean the ABC grid, right?
Yes.
Array. You draw your A grid first, then select your grid, use array. All right, then you uncheck your option under group and associate. You set your numbers 7. Then pick a point downward. That's it. Change your value 6,000.
Okay.
Okay. So once all these adjusted, you go to your elevation. Y. You need to make sure that it covers every one of them. Like for instance here, extend longer a bit. So when you are adjusting the grid in your west, your east will also affected because these two views are corresponding to one another. All right, yeah. So same thing for this, need to extend slightly longer a bit. Okay, so you go to your east, basically it's done. Okay, now if I go to my south, my south is in a mess. Select one of them, drag across. So that's my south view. My north view. Okay. This one's slightly higher. So now you go to your north. Basically, they are okay. So all these datum you need to define earlier before you build your model. Questions? Pause your recording so I can have a different adjustment for that.